We out here, chilling on the spot. What up?
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling on the spot. What up?
What up?
Hey, everybody out there. It's the Negro Rocker Podcast coming at you.
Right is right, wrong is wrong, though. You know what I'm saying?
And I noticed it at first, but I was like, okay, maybe that's just no big deal, whatever.
And I get that part too, but hey, we still calling it that part. Take ownership of that shit. Go get help and seek help for that shit and kind of correct your
They're politicking, rapping, shooting the breeze, trying to holler at a dame, hope, get something together for the weekend, whatever.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling on the spot. What up?
It would be the volume of the conversations, though. It would be, I'm boisterous. You know what I'm saying? We get up in there and we start doing us.
Just loud. Niggas just loud.
Man, hold on.
Robert Mueller.
Before we get to the meat, it's a little more potato, which kind of leads to Robert. You think about it, not the other Robert, not 11 counts of assault Robert, but the other Robert Mueller. But so Donald Trump admitted something we all knew today. Then he unadmitted it. What could anybody out there gander to what our beloved president admitted to?
He admitted to touching the pussies.
No, sir. That is not what he admitted to.
He admitted that the Russians were attempting to collude. You know what he did? He admitted that the Russians were trying.
Yeah. Anybody else?
So, yeah, go ahead. Somebody else.
So here's his tweet. With the fact. So it did. Edo. Did they? Whatever. Russia. That's all you heard at the beginning of the witch hut hoax. And now Russia has disappeared because I had nothing to do with Russia helping me get elected. It was a crime that didn't exist.
Wasn't a crime that existed.
Hey, Joe, you know what? Let's talk to Lady Lavender. We talked to Lady Lavender. She's a black woman, and because Trump's press secretary is a woman, not as wonderful looking as you, but yeah, I'm ass kissing. But you get up early in the morning because you know that your boss, President Trump, is an idiot, and you see this tweet. What are your thoughts, Lady Lavender? What are your thoughts?
Why is nobody taking his phone?
Well,
is he still allowed to tweet? How do I change this? Okay, he's admitting that Russia helped him. When was this? Was this today?
This
was Thursday. So this was yesterday that he said this.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how they came back at it after this.
Yeah.
Because I need to follow you.
So as a black person with the spirit of old black people living in you, you wouldn't tell them to go outside and get a switch?
Oh shoot!
Because this is definitely one of the things when you come into the Oval Office and say clear the room, and you just like, hey dog, I can't do this. You can't be telling people that Russia helped you, and then I got to go out in front of all these other people who already hit me in the head with questions all day, and this is what you give me?
Right.
Okay, Donald. Okay, I quit. Well, yeah.
Oh man, it's just classic. It's classic Donald Trump.
This is my boss, man. This the dude that at the drop of a hat can tell me to go anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And people keep saying, "Oh, you sure you want to get out?" Yeah, I do. Because when the world burns, I don't want to be asked to go try to put the fire out like one of these idiots from this Chernobyl. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Not Chernobyl.
Yeah. So, anyway, so as we roll from that to, and I hate because I think as this nation, our nation, like people sometimes fiend or fake a level of like stupidness.
Right.
So 2 days ago, Mueller had to come back out and declare his Russia report did not exonerate Trump, even though it's very clear that he never exonerated Trump. Because he even says that if he had not done anything wrong, I would have told y'all that.
Right.
But this is where we are though in this world in the U.S. And it's like you go other places, I'm sure people are laughing at us.
Frightened.
Yeah.
But it goes back to that thing of, and we heard it kind of like with Bush, that whole thing of we want our leader to be a person we can go have a beer with. I want you to be the common man. I want you to be common.
Still ain't nothing common about that dude, man.
I'm saying, but like, I think there's a lot. I think he's more common to a lot of people who, well, not common as far as being so rich, but being an idiot.
They can relate to him. He seems like a regular guy.
Well, he uses small words.
That too, much more than
he uses small words they understand.
Yeah, but to me though, but for us, to me, Barack Obama seemed more common than this nigga.
Oh, he was.
I mean, to us though, because we know smart black people, but there's a lot of white people out there who are like they're smart niggas.
Yeah, it's far fetched. That niggas reading and shit.
Yeah, they got reading. He went to Ivy League school. Poison Ivy?
Right.
So it's hold on. Yeah, so it's every time I see stuff, dog, it's just like the things this man's allowed to get away with. My man Barack, the God, wore a tan suit and the world almost erupted. And I'm like, it's obvious I've never been in Kansas City around Easter Sunday to Harold Penner's, because you would know that a tan suit is very, very ugly.
No.
We would never wear such a thing. Purple suits, my nigga. Purple and pink suits with gold chains.
With the gators.
With the gators. Oh man, I would have told Barack to wear it. You gotta wear a pink suit one time with some gators, just to fuck everybody up.
Let them know what it really looked like.
Let them know. Oh, y'all thought this tan suit was hitting? Hold on. I'm about to get all the votes in the South in one picture.
Let me bring out this Easter gold tone chain, nigga.
Gold toe chain. Michelle would have had to wear like a pastel kind of greenish dress with a big ass hat. They would have had all the votes in the South that day. Forever. Yeah. For life. What's happening here? What's going on? Somebody's moving around.
That is Anthony's chair.
I was like, dog, is somebody building a fucking erector set as we're recording?
Like, no service to this podcast right now.
Hey, dog. Did you dip your chair in water before we started?
What?
Did you dip your chair in water?
No, man. I think it's well, this chair is pretty old.
You sure it's not your hip? Is that your hip creaking like that?
No, that's not my hip. creaking like that, but that mug is painful today. Sure.
No, that's his hip. This nigga trying to pop his hip back in place, make all that noise. I was like, who is it? Nah, usually Joe Jeff is the biggest aggressor of noise, but you just, I don't.
Trying to take the title.
Yeah.
Anthony said, I'm leaving. I need a new moniker. I will not be 10 meters.
Background noise.
I'll be the arbiter of noise.
Oh shit.
I'll be the 3-eyed noisy nigga.
Yeah.
3-eyed noise.
The 3-eyed noise.
Hey, James.
Oh, shit.
You know, I won't get off track. I might have to cut a segment out. So, nothing more about Mueller. Joe, you brought up Mueller.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just basically came out to let y'all know that whatever Attorney Barr was talking about, you can cancel that. Telling me that there was no collusion. I'm not telling y'all that.
You telling y'all shit.
But go back and read the documents. It's all there. But I'm not gonna be the one to push the button.
And
I'm not gonna do it.
Why?
Yeah.
He could not the one. He told you it is against policy to indict a sitting president. It's not what we do at DOJ.
Right.
It's
And if we could say he
a
was
well-established precedent.
Yeah.
It's
And
Congress' job.
then on top of it, he says that another action must be taken.
Mm-hmm.
And what could that be?
Congress.
Right.
That sound like impeachment trials.
Right. It's like he's saying it without saying it. You know what I mean?
But and then one of my guys, Radolph Terrence from Three Guys on the Podcast, he brings up and I've heard it other ways too, but he brings up a very important point of, and I see it both ways. We're using rules and laws to deal with people who don't follow rules and laws.
Right.
And that goes, and not just for Trump. That goes for the most part lately has been like the Republican Party, his family members, high-ranking officials within his cabinet. And I get that, but then on the other side of it, I'm like, we can't become a nation that doesn't follow the rule and law just because we're trying to capture someone who continues to break the law and get away with it.
Right.
But at the same point in time, we'll never catch the thief.
Right. And that's how you can get away with it. Because of our principles as American citizens.
Our principles here, but there seems to be a large percentage of the populace in America that is very fine with this man, this person, some of the members of this Congress and Senate to get away with what they get away with because it keeps a certain segment of our population in power, even though they continue every day to decrease in being the majority.
Right. So
and really the villain that's really keeping this party going is goddamn Turtleneck in the Senate.
Turtleneck. I know you talking about
that damn Turtleneck.
You talking about my boy
McConnell?
Yeah.
Mitch.
Turtleneck McConnell.
I call him he ain't got no chin, dog.
No, he don't.
Where's his chin at?
Damn turkey neck, man.
Right. Man, that dude right there. If it wasn't, a lot of things wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for him obstructing, blocking votes. Mm-hmm. You know, because his ass just the other day, they asked him about.
I know what you're about to say.
If the Supreme Court
I know what you're about to
during the election year, what are you going to do? He said, "We're going to fill the seat."
We're going to fill the seat.
And said it with a smile.
But this is what I'm talking about. But I guess that they're not breaking the law, bending the law, however you want to say it. But we're trying to be, I won't say breaking the law, we're trying to be sensible and meet in the middle with people.
Be ethical.
ethical with people who refuse to do it.
Right.
No, hey James, bruh, when I saw that headline, because I can't throw any more phones because the other phones are broken, but I wanted to throw my phone. I was like, did he just say what?
Oh, you ought to see the clip when he actually says it, when he smirks. When he says it, and he says it and takes a little drink because he was at some little conference or something. He was like, "Yeah, what y'all gonna do about it?" Basically.
Yeah.
And I get why Barack didn't like push it and do. I mean, he could have pushed it, but it's kind of like it's almost like I hate that he didn't do it, but I see where you go. I want y'all to see this BS, this bullshit's about to happen.
But he could. But there was nothing Barack could do about it because McConnell pulled a nuclear option.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
Right, he couldn't stop it.
That nuclear option that Democrats get shamed into using. Or when they use it, they get shamed into and they buy into the BS. So once again, it's like the being sensible. I just hate everybody. I hate everybody. I just want to get enough money. Well, and then again, it doesn't matter because I'm a Negro. I'll still be Negro.
Right.
But if I get enough money, there will still the amount of BS that doesn't bother me will rise a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'll still be a nigga in the coop. That's what Kanye said. I'm just about a big minivan. Anyway, so we all see the BS. We saw it was about to play ahead, and once again, sometimes. But I think we talked. I know I've said it before on the podcast and I like that the Democratic Party is like a party of inclusion. But sometimes it leads to us having so many voices that we just don't have a clear path to where we get to, and then we just keep getting hit over the head with the Republican Party, which even though it can be blinding, it can be not good for country, and for slowly becoming the majority of the populace, they get lock and step no matter what.
Right. No matter how wrong they are.
So yeah.
And don't give a shit how wrong they are.
Don't give a
push
shit.
The agenda. The agenda's all that matters.
Right.
It don't matter how we get there. We gonna or what suffers or what falls by the wayside or what we gotta burn.
Yeah.
To get there, we gonna get there.
Get to the agenda.
And I keep saying it, and one day he'll get on because he's listening to the podcast. I need my brother to get on and talk about that because like the union. Because he's like, with GM and all that crazy thing that's going on with them. So being union and then having all these white guys that he works with who are all pro-union but vote Republican, which historically has been an agent to break up unions.
Right.
Still.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what they do.
But you
right to work and all that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's union busting shit.
Yeah, but you see it with even with police. Like I know a lot of police officers who vote Republican go with gun law. I mean, because for a lot of people it comes down to a particular issue. So whether it be gun regulation, I guess historically Democrats tend to be a little. I don't say rougher on police forces, but just want them to be more accountable, which seems to equal being they can't be as rough, which is a scary thing. But even then, for the most part, tend to vote more Republican. And even soldiers who I work with day to day who are like, well, I don't like going to war for all this other stuff, but you find a lot of them tend to vote Republican. I'm like, you can't have it both ways.
No.
So, whatever. I don't know. The world of burn.
Well, in my opinion, I keep saying that movie Idiocracy was really a prophecy of what's going.
But people were saying. But the funny thing was, people were saying that with Bush, and it's like okay, and then Barack came, and everybody kind of like, oh, we're good now, and then it was like, y'all know this is the calm before the storm, right?
Right.
Well, Negro said that, but and then here we are, we're real world idiocracy.
Right.
And to our listeners out there, if you haven't watched the fine movie Idiocracy, you need to go watch it. And you go, yes, this is where we at. All right, so let's move on. So we can do R. Kelly or Drake in the whole finals thing.
You choose, sir.
Yeah,
No, I'm not choosing. I just put the cards on the table. Y'all pick.
We can talk finals.
So who?
Yeah.
So
Finals.
finals. There we go. Sorry, R. Kelly. You being a scum. He's not a scumbag, but still.
Why isn't he?
Why isn't he?
Yeah. Why isn't he a scumbag?
He is a scumbag.
Yeah.
I just no. I'm joking. I don't know if he's a scum. I don't know if he's a scumbag. Though. Why? No. I don't know if he's a scumbag or just
shit.
Why is he a scumbag? There we go. I think about it.
Yeah.
No, why is he a scumbag? Somebody tell me.
I mean, fuck. I mean.
Oh, you know what? Well, he's a little creepy with the. We talked about that on one episode with old girl from what's the Netflix show with the teenage kids, alternate universe. How can I remember all the facts but not the name?
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's Drake, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Drake. Cause remember he had the creepy text message with old girl.
Yeah, Bobby Brown.
Well, the white girl from that show.
Yeah, her name is Bobby Brown something.
I think you said Bobby Brown. I thought you said
Bobby Brown.
But no, but I was thinking Bobby Brown. Her name Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown's daughter.
Her name is Millie Bobby Brown.
Okay, yeah, you're right, Millie Bobby. Yeah. So yeah, we covered that like last year where he had some real questionable text messages with her. So he's a scumbag in that way.
Wow.
But
he
on the children's hospital too.
Yeah.
Huh.
So if anyone out there, you can probably type in like Drake text messages, and I can't remember the name of the Netflix show.
Stranger Things.
There you go. Thank you, James. So type in that stream into Google, you'll probably find some of the text messages that we talked about on the show last year. Wow. But that's why he's a scumbag to me.
Okay.
But like as someone, I think James pointed out, I think he's a little more extra than Spike Lee back in the day. But he is being very Spike Lee-ish. In this day and age, which is way over the top with social media and all this shit.
I did watch some other stuff.
Well, go ahead.
Spike Lee wasn't massaging the coach on the sidelines, though.
Okay. Okay, but that's what I'm about to say, though. Like, in this day and age of being extra, he's about par for society nowadays. That us as being reasonable Negroes probably go back and be like, you couldn't have done this. No. Could you imagine Drake popping that shit to like a Mason or to fucking not Mason, but who's the big boy other enforcer they had?
Mason, yeah, he's one of them.
He's one of them. Who's the other one? Oakley.
Oakley, yeah.
No.
Could you imagine
Charles Oakley?
Yeah. So let's say like in some parallel universe, I don't know what version of Earth to be, version 28. I don't know. But there's somehow, some way, that old Knicks squad has found a way to play Toronto, which would be in the same division, I guess. Now they're on the West Coast. So Toronto has found a way to play them. And Drake bumping his gums at like Charles Oakley and fucking Mason? The mush would have been so hard. He might have exploded. But anyway. But I guess that can go for society in general.
Oakley will do that shit right now.
Oakley tried to fight the owner of the Knicks.
He tried to fight the owner.
Could you imagine just a random nigga who's probably music Oakley would not have been fucking with? Talk about fuck you nigga. You ain't shit.
Oakley probably got a jersey in the Raptors. That nigga banned from MSG.
Hey, well, his name somewhere up there as far as like on that plaque where they have, players on certain teams. He He's somewhere in that building.
He gotta be, man. Shit, he's a legend in that big.
Well, he is. He is.
That'd be like me trying to go Boulevard North. I mean, it's not the same thing, I guess. You go Boulevard North. I'm like, well, hold on, dog. My name is up on like 4 or 5 different blocks in this motherfucker. What you mean I can't come in?
Right.
Right. So, no. So, nah, it wouldn't have went down. Oakley would have came through.
Nah, but like...
He couldn't have done that with the Pacers back in the day. With Ron and Steven Jackson. Anyway, dude is a clown. He's a scumbag. I personally think he needs to go away, but that's just me.
I'm trying to find his Instagram post for Drake had Kurt. Wait a minute, why? Drake sparks hundreds of fake email listens for Steph Curry's hair. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, he had hold on, this is it.
I did kind of like how he came out with the Toronto Curry jersey though.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Signed by his dad. that was kind of clever, bro.
Hold on, here. Let me see this right here. Live podcast. Dog, I'm still trying to figure out. I mean, I get it's Drake, but you are a spectator, my nigga. Why are you out here when we about to leave to go to the locker room? Where's Charles Oakley at? I need Charles Oakley to come from the Raptors and just punch that nigga in the face. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but I think, it's shenanigans. It's all fun and games. And then I believe, I'm trying to find the picture because my brother Damon sent it to me where he had like his, Drake is like Champagne Poppy, whatever. I don't follow the Negro. But Champagne Poppy on Instagram, and he had like a picture with I can't remember. I'm trying to figure out what he said. I can't find the message. He said something about he had a picture of Steph Curry's wife. What's his picture for today or whatever? And then that whole thing where she said that she didn't say she's unloved. She's like she just wants to be recognized as being his Steph Curry's wife. So yeah. Anyway. So we covered pretty much everything right there. But so I wanted to delete. Yeah, so that's why I deleted something, man. Because I got these two. Anthony's darker than Joe. So I got the field hand, and I got one of these house niggas, and and they don't watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's up to y'all, man.
And I got the Lady Lavender, and I got Big James in the house. I know they are avid Throne. Well, she's not. You know what? No, she is. She's not avid. She has gotten avid, but she's not avid. Are you still there, Lady Lavender? Okay, that's your icon. Open up.
She probably asleep.
She probably is asleep. She probably got high. I'm joking. But high on life. Anyway, yeah. So these other two coons don't watch Game of Thrones. So man, what y'all think of this last season?
Why we gotta be coons, man?
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't hear you.
That is cold.
It's cold.
Cold world. Hey, MOP said it best. It's a cold world. Dress warm, nigga.
No, honestly, it's some things I really liked about this last season, and some things that I just didn't like. Man, more than anything else, man, I felt like the last maybe 2 seasons was kind of a rush job. I think. I think it's.
I can't say season 7. No, I can't.
I think they just didn't let things like progress in a reasonable amount of time because they were trying to make sure we hit. It's like we got to hit these certain plot points, And it don't matter how we get there as long as we get there.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it doesn't make sense, even if it seems like, I mean, they're like, okay, come on, man, like, some things just don't happen that fast, like, let me get used to it before you, like Jamie and an old girl, like, they together, and then, like, the next morning, he out. They did, I'm like, damn, I thought y'all was going to be together for a little while before you take off and go back to Cersei.
I ain't going to ask you a married man. I mean, you know what? You guys about the past. You ain't ever just had sex and been out.
But nah, he didn't do it like that, though.
I'm not asking you a question, bro. I just...
has it been done? Not like that. I'm not going like, nah, man.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Like, if I do it, it's gonna be pretty clear that that's what the situation is.
But he never said that. He never said I loved you. He never said I won't beat you forever. He didn't promise you nothing.
She was a virgin.
He did not promise her anything though. I mean, if we keep it at 100, he didn't promise her nothing.
If he's supposed to be, come on, man.
He the same dude that pushed. He the same dude that pushed a little
and all that kind of stuff.
No. What more do you get? I gave you your dream.
And I'm not saying he couldn't have done that, but at least like give it a week.
High five. One on my podcast, they pointed out that he woke up and looked down. They said he looked at her feet and saw how big they were. He realized he can't stay.
We know what it was. As soon as he heard that Cersei was about to get murked, he had to run back to her.
Well, yeah, he knew he killed it. But what I'm saying, but then that means like he went back to it. I get what you're saying, but I'm saying I don't agree with why they did it. So I'll leave it at that. But I ain't gonna say that I think they didn't have enough, like you said, not enough time, so it didn't flesh out for them.
Like certain plot lines, like certain storylines, man, kind of like sometimes you can't just take me from A to Z right away.
Yeah,
it's letters in between.
I agree.
And I think it just kind of feel like they rushed it, and then like
because they could
kind of weird the pacing, some of the writing.
They could have left it as They could have left it as like he knights her, and maybe they have a moment in her room, and he's like, "Yeah, I got to get back to my sister or some shit." But then,
something like that. That would have made more sense, than because it really makes it look like even it makes it look like everything he did up until then was just to try to get the draws. That's what it makes it look like, but that wasn't what they were supposed to be trying to portray. I know it's not what they were trying to portray.
No, I don't think it was that. I think
that's what I'm saying. That's what it make it look like. I know that's not what it was supposed to be.
I'm not a writer or director, so I don't.
Like he was just always trying to get the draws, and as soon as he got them, he was out. All that, act like he cared about her, and
But
I don't know about that. I feel like it could also be like he was struggling to see if he could break free from the pull that his sister had on him. So he was like, I'm gonna be with this woman. It's gonna work out. She really likes me. I'm really attracted to her. I'm doing all this stuff for her. But then as soon as again, it's like, oh, your sister's about to be killed. Oh man, I can't be away from her. I need to get back to her.
I'm fine with that scenario, and I think that's probably what they were trying to portray. But you did it in like the next morning.
Yeah, but hold on.
At least trying to show him trying to be.
Hold on, Big James. Hold on, Big James.
Getting that news.
Hold on, Big James. But and also, Lady Lavender heard this stuff, but we had a podcast to listen to, and they brought up a very important point that none of us here, I hope none of us here, has had any incest pussy. So we don't know how strong the incest pussy may be. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. No one here. I hope no one here has incest pussy or sorry, I guess either way, incest pussy or penis. So you don't know the strong the pull. I like how Jay's like, I mean, you have brought up a point that I cannot argue.
I think to go with James, also what you were talking about, how it just went too quick for me. I know Winston alluded to how I wasn't a full out fan, but I've always been a big fan of it. but I think it was the start of the 4th season was so incredibly slow. I stopped watching for like until this year, basically, watching it because it just was so slow to me. Nothing was happening. So to me, I liked the quicker pace of things because it seemed like stuff was happening. I agree that some of it, like, yeah, that was like one episode, not even a full episode from when Jamie goes from I'm gonna make love to you to, yeah. But I wasn't too mad about it because it was like so much was happening every single episode, which I liked. Whereas before, in like back in the day, 4th season, whatever, everything was taking so long. It was like, you don't need to show them walking through all of this woods or snow forever and nothing is happening the entire episode. Show something. I even thought that the first and second episode of this season was kind of slow. Not much happening. Then it was like all of a sudden everything was happening. But yeah,
and that's a different perspective though too. Like there's two of us here who watched everything.
Hey man, I love the battles and the dragons and all that, but to me the best part of the show is the conversation.
Yeah,
the dialogue. You know when they sitting in rooms and talking about things, or if they're in the throne room and whatever's going on. Those are like the best parts to me.
Those are great parts.
The political intrigue of it type thing. I think that's
those are all great.
I think that's kind of the core of what the show is really about in a lot of ways.
No, I agree. But back when I stopped watching, it was like watching a freaking, is it Sergio Leone movies where there's no talking? Like the entire movie? That's what it felt like in those.
Right.
I stopped watching. It was like, I need something to happen. Mm-hmm. But I agree. It's the dialogue that gives you the backstory, that gives you the what's going on. But I don't need to see just scenery and people walking for like 45 minutes.
And I feel that. And it was and I thought that, especially like in the last episode, like Tyrion's walk to find Jamie and Cersei was too long. I mean, hey man, we know where you're going. Can you get there? I know you little. But do we really need to see him take every single step to the Red Keep to find them? I don't think so. Let's speed this up. Come on. Like, now I feel like okay, like some things I wish were sped up and some things I thought were too fast. I don't know. Anyway.
Now,
it's a lot of things I did enjoy. You know, the Tyrion got his little mojo back at the end. That was good for me because Tyrion's always been my favorite.
Yeah, dog. That thing at the end, though, dog.
And
come on,
he's just been sucking, horribly up until the last episode.
That thing at the end, though, dog. I mean, like for me, like especially last episode, once Jon killed Daenerys, a lot of shit just stopped making sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as far as like, I guess no one followed the rules up until that point in time to get on the throne. But all of a sudden, but that makes my point though too. Like all of a sudden, so Grey Worm comes up there. Jon has killed Daenerys. There's no fight scene. They don't shoot the fair one. But then it goes back to things being rushed because like they kind of made it allude to that they gonna have a standoff, especially when Grey Worm is out in the streets just murking fools for no reason. Mm-hmm. I'm still trying to figure out how did Grey Worm beat Jon back to the council, my nigga, to be there with Daenerys. How is he that fast? How do James? I leave you down on one block. You're about to murder.
Jon beat who?
Huh?
Beat Grey Worm back to the.
No. Grey Worm beat Jon back to because Jon was going to meet Dany. Grey Worm beat Jon back to the amphitheater, I guess they had, because she could talk to all those people all at once and everyone hear her. So he beat her back there. Grey Worm beat Jon back to
you mean when Jon showed up, Grey Worm was already there, even though he was out cutting throats?
Yes!
Yeah.
Just a little bit before, yeah.
That little thing, me and I'd have been watching over Skype.
You know
I said, how this nigga make it back?
Speaking of that scene, though, when Tyrion threw his little pin down the stairs.
Yeah.
Cracking up. I was
hey.
like, she was gonna fire you anyway, but I feel you, dog.
Yeah. Hey.
He gonna fire you and kill you anyway.
Hey, he hit that bitch. You can't fire me. I quit.
Quit, right? It takes this little funky little pen.
Nah, but cause that really fucked with me for a second. I was like, how did he? I kept asking. Well, even 88 kept asking, how did he beat him back? I was like, I don't know. They must have showed this nigga going off to get it.
Yeah, well, that's been like an issue from the beginning though. Like travel wise, how people get places.
Bruh.
Certain people to places where it's like
James
much further away.
James, I get. Like no, I get that they were like sometimes, especially with the Ravens and people taking trips everywhere. I get that within the same city, they've usually have held to time travel, but when it comes to them trying to explain the passage of time from season 1 to season 8, yeah, I agree. They do a piss poor job of that. But I ain't never seen a nigga beat a nigga into another part of the city before in any episode. Especially when it was like literally 10 minutes before. But like you said though, a lot of things were rushed. So, like,
that's why they finding coffee cups on set and all that kind of.
Yeah, but and I agree though. We have our differences. We may have, I don't know. So another part I had a problem with was that whole trial.
Oh, go ahead.
The whole thing with, so like I said, so Grey Worm finds John. Obviously, the daddy ain't there no more. So does John just say? So I'm supposed to believe that John, who will tell the truth to even his own demise, all of a sudden lied? But he couldn't have lied because that nigga's in jail. And Grey Worm knows he killed.
About what?
Killing Danny.
Who said he?
No.
He lied about it.
I'm not saying I think he lied about it. I'm saying I'm trying to go down the checklist of how is he still alive and didn't have a fight with Grey Worm at all.
Well, I don't think. Grey Worm is still a soldier.
He's still a soldier,
John is still.
You killed the queen.
A boss.
He's not a boss. You killed the queen. So all throughout this time, in the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seasons, whenever you kill the king or queen, people fight. Except for the one instance where the Kingslayer killed the king. But he did that in secret too, though.
Yeah, I hear you, but it was like, I could see why he did.
Why? He was just killing.
Because it was bigger implications.
For what? He didn't know about John.
How do we know he didn't know?
Once again, though, sloppy writing. Up until that point in time, we had no reason to believe that Grey Worm knew about John. We had no reason to believe. We left to assume that he did. That's the only reason why he killed him, right?
Say again.
We had no reason to know. I said we had no reason to know that Grey Worm knew.
Well, okay. Okay. I'll put it this way. This is where I'm gonna look at it. Is that if John was just some random cat, like, okay, check it out. If he would have caught, if it would have been Varys actually killed her or somebody like that, he would have murked them immediately.
So the only two people.
But John is not.
So the
only. Not on that level.
So the only person left that Grey Worm for him being here at all is dead. Now all of a sudden he gets some fucking. You right. So even if I give you that, so now this prisoner who's killed my fucking queen. No, not even him. My bad. Tyrion, who's already set to die previous to all this. Now all of a sudden, not only does he get to not get slapped by Grey Worm, he also gets to make the rules and pick who the king should be.
Okay, all right. Well, let's look at it like this. You keep acting like John is just some Rudy Poot, man.
I'm not saying John's a Rudy Poot dog, but what
you think Arya and Sansa was gonna do if he did that?
No, they wasn't there. They wasn't there though. And you think he give a fuck? Come on, man. You talking about a dude like, nigga, I got skills too. I got hands too. I am the general for the Unsullied. So I ain't no pussy. So what y'all bitches want to do? Shoot the fair one? So once again, that doesn't make sense. I am the general for one of the fiercest fighting forces in the nation.
I don't think you're giving Grey Worm enough sense of being strategic and not just
So once again, outside of on the field tactics, he has not shown me to be this great politician, negotiator, whatever. Outside of that, so
obviously they showed that he wasn't a great negotiator. He tried. See, and that's a whole other thing is that Grey Worm is getting put into positions he is not used to. He's used to just simply being a soldier that leads other soldiers.
You killed the queen. You killed the queen, bro.
A leader, a statesman.
Dog, you killed the queen. You killed the queen. So if he's that basic, like you just said, you killed the queen.
But he's thrust into a different position.
How so? At that point in time, I find you before we get into all this thing where you're in jail and all this shit. So you just said he's not great at that, but now all of a sudden he becomes great at that. Now all of a sudden he starts thinking.
That doesn't mean that he doesn't try.
Try what?
Make an attempt,
bruh. Okay, you giving him a lot of yada yada yadas. Oh, actually not him. The show a lot of yada yada yadas. Because any other time he would have killed whoever. I'm just saying, bro. I get what you're saying. I mean, I wasn't like terribly disappointed, but it was like I'm saying this is the other things that I found to be sloppy. That whole thing at the end, that was sloppy. And so Bran,
okay,
I don't want to be king, but all of a sudden now that's why I came.
I definitely had an issue with.
No.
Man, up until now, Bran been like stoic and staring off into space. And
now he
personality. All of a sudden, this mugger's down here cracking jokes.
James, you said staring into space. He been trying to connect to the Wi-Fi for the whole season 8, dog.
Right. And all of a sudden, he cracking jokes. He having fun. He going on vacation. He just got the king job. He already going on vacation.
On vacation.
Right.
Where
Drogon at?
No, but literally at the beginning of the season,
he owed me some gold pieces. Where's Drogon at?
Literally at the beginning of the season, he's like, "All I want none of this. I'm not gonna do none of this. I'm just here, dog. I'm not Bran anymore. I'm the 3-eyed Raven. I'm not of this world." In the last episode, I'm left with, "Why'd you think I came? What?"
And really, and that is definitely insufficient fleshing out of a character.
Correct.
Because if they would have given us the information we needed, the backstory we needed on Bran before that, we would be able to accept that better, maybe. But we can't. No.
Once again, okay. I mean, I'm sure when I have more time in my life and I finish school, I will sit back and read the books, and then I'll probably go, yeah, I got it.
Now the Bran in the book is the Bran in
the book. No. Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
And like the Bran in the book, you can see him becoming king more than this Bran here in the
right
in this TV show. He's much more developed in the books, where you can see because that's why I wasn't surprised it was Bran. But I'm like, but this Bran, this version of Bran, nah.
Yeah, I get it. Like I said,
and he absolutely does not have the best story.
No, not at all. I'm gonna say who got the best story is my boy who was drinking titty milk since the age of 13, and now he all grown up, dog.
Giants bang.
Yeah, kick him out the moon door.
And then they go, what are you gonna do with John? Oh, let's send him to the wall. Oh no, please don't. Not the Night's Watch. Don't send me there.
But hold on though. But then he just go off with the Wildlands
because he's gonna be king of the Wildlands.
I get what you're saying though, but all of a sudden he was given an assignment in this whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You know what? It's kind of like he was put on house arrest, but his ass is just walking out.
Yeah. So all of a sudden I don't follow the rules no more.
So you just gonna leave? Oh, you just gonna leave with that bracelet on?
Yeah, but I'm saying is all of a sudden a dude who followed the rules to a fault ain't following the rules no more?
I wouldn't say John follows the rules. I would say John is honest and forthright even when he's breaking.
How did? I mean, where? When?
That's what got his ass killed the first time.
What? He didn't want to kill the Wildlings?
Yeah, it's that's your job.
They kept him alive though.
Kill Wildlings.
Yeah, they kept him alive though.
And making deals with Wildlings. That he was breaking the rules, bro. That's why they killed his ass when he came back.
So I don't remember. I remember them saying the wall was there to stop the Wildlings from getting over the wall and the White Walkers, but never once was it specified that you had to kill the Wildlings. So once again, he never.
Wildling Germans back to the
okay.
Nice Watch, man.
Okay, man. What do you mean play it? I'm saying there's never once where it's like you kill Wildlings on sight.
On sight.
No, it was not. It was not Klan rallies. Anyway, we're getting deep into the woods.
All right, yeah, okay.
But I will say overall, like, I was cool, but I think, like, the last episode broke me where I was like, dog, they did this so lazy.
Oh, I did appreciate Drogon melting Iron Throne. That was tight.
The very super smart dragon.
No, they say dragons are smart.
I know what they say, and they also say niggas shouldn't read books, but... So how you know about Bran, bro? I'm about to call the cops on you.
He's like, hey man, this shit got my mom's killed, so can't nobody have it.
After I just burned down the whole city.
She told him to. You do what your mom tells you. Now mom ain't around, you can do what you want.
I guess he got real smart then. Once again, though, we already said lazy, right? We'll just disagree on exactly which parts were.
I would say overall, it's still one of the best shows ever.
Oh yeah,
and I still love it, but yeah, I had issues.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's like a you go to a restaurant and have a great meal, and then the dessert's just not what you thought it would be. That's fine. It's still a great meal. Yeah. I mean, at the end though, dog, I'm like, ooh, that cheesecake wasn't right. I don't know. I just don't know what it was about it. Anyway, we'll say you. Well, you haven't watched the whole series, but we'll give you Lady Lavender. What you still there?
I'm here. Yeah.
I
liked it. I think there was some questionable things at the very end of like how this happened, but I think that you're talking about John. Was he following the rules or whatnot? I think that he sensed and knew and understood that Bran was sending him to be free and to go off and do his own thing, and so that's what he did. He was like, okay, you're sending me here, but nobody's gonna check me. After like Arya was like, I'm not coming to check on you. Nobody else wanted to see him out there. So he's like, I'm gonna be free. It was a good ending, I think.
Because, and I think what the ending did do was let you know what it was really all about, and it was always about the Starks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get that.
It was always, and people don't, but everybody doesn't get that idea. Like this whole show has really been about the Stark family. They are the central figures in this show. There's lots of other important main characters, but it was always been about the Starks' journey through Westeros.
I thought that the only part that I thought I would have wanted to see more of at the very, very end was Arya going off, like at least something of what happened to her after she went off on that ship, or even on the ship, what happened to her. Did anybody question her? Like, what was going on? I don't know.
Nah, anybody questioned Arya.
No. Nobody was. Yeah, because she's going to kill him. But I feel like it was, I just wanted to see more.
She's a super triple OG.
She seriously is. She's great. It was okay. There could have been more, but I liked it. There could have been a lot more, and a lot less at the same time. But overall, I liked it.
There we go.
Well, I'm glad you guys were on to talk about it because like I said, these two other coons just been on small. What? Black folks will ever watch TV? Anyway, once again, I think we covered all we came to cover.
Mm-hmm.
So closing, anybody, any powerful words, improvement, encouragement? Maybe you just hate your life. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. That's a pretty, powerful commentary about, a show I really don't care about.
It's because you know he can't read, so he won't go back to read the books to get the other information he needs.
I got my GED, damn it.
GED.
That's all that counts.
GED.
So, but no. It was
Did you say VED?
But no, I don't say I have never watched it, and I'll admit it. You know, I haven't gotten around to watching it, and you know, and maybe while it's off the air or whatever, I'll probably catch it on Hulu or whatever, and start it there.
I just meant in general. Did anyone have any final words? Because we covered everything we got to cover.
Oh, other than that, no, I don't have anything.
Yes, sir. James, I see you over there.
Yo.
Dog, stop putting in your queries for the night as far as Pornhub.com.
This show covers some good topics, some tough topics, and also some a little bit lighter. It's cool to be back.
Welcome back.
Times.
Welcome back, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's been tough having the time to get on and all that sort of thing. It still is. But, I carved out some time tonight to do it. So it's cool to be back, and looking forward to being here more often.
Could you ask your wife to that one wall there is kind of needs some artistry up. Can you tell her to put a fat head of like Mahalia Jackson on the wall?
I don't know. This is officially my room now. I just haven't decorated it yet.
No, but okay. So could you put a fat head of Mahalia Jackson to you right there?
Yes,
to be right there on that blank wall, dog. I want the. Never mind.
I don't think they do that.
It's in the picture that do it.
Mahalia Jackson.
I bet you they will. James.
Oh, baby.
You probably, you know what? Hey, Nigga Rock Podcast. I'm saying we commissioned them. You know how they had Biggie and Tupac on the seesaw? Mahalia Jackson, Sojourner Truth on the seesaw, dog.
Oh, dog. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I hate all y'all. Anyway, anyone else? Y'all know funny. I get late. I start getting Lady Lavender.
Nothing. I'm just excited that we had a little mashup today of Ant-Man and the Wasp all together.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man.
That's pretty good.
That's
pretty good. Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
There's a story behind the Ant-Man.
I hate everybody. You gotta turn my trauma to a joke. Huh? Yeah. I love you too. I'll be out here on the couch sleeping. Just self-impose myself. Anyway, Joe Jeff.
Joe might be retired.
I think he's done.
Yeah.
Well, he's up, but he just had his microphone muted, so he probably fell asleep. That nigga, he heard Game of Thrones. Was like, well,
I know
this nigga James and Rodger gonna be talking for at least 30 minutes alone. Just go to sleep. I appreciate that. You missing on a good show, but that's fine.
All right. Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
I feel you, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Game of Thrones is like the whole thing of. I think it's funny. People are like, I don't watch that. It's like, okay.
The thing is, it's not that
No, I'm talking about you. I heard people, it's like, they try to make it a point of contention or achievement to say, I never watched the episode. It's like,
oh no, people are proud that they don't watch it.
Like, okay.
It's like you said, it's an achievement.
Yeah, and I'm like, I didn't watch your mama fuck your daddy, but here you are. I'm just saying, dog. We all got to look at things we didn't want to watch. Here's this byproduct.
Wow.
Oh shit.
That too much?
always too much.
Come on.
Of course.
You know.
Anytime we're dealing with you, it's too
I want to stick.
That's
I want you to be like, I probably shouldn't talk to this Negro anymore today. Leave me alone, please. All right then, man. We as always, thanks everyone for the time. Check show notes for all links for stories that we used today. Also, links as far as how to contact us. Negro Rockin' Podcast will be in the show notes. I think Joe Jeff has taken his melatonin. He's probably up under a bed dreaming about history projects. I don't know what history/track coaches do. Anyway, thank you. Lady Lavender, 10 meters. Big James, one half of the Brothers of Doom, him and his bro Joe Jeff. I'm the KC Stork. We all are the Negro Rockin' Podcast. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the outro music. Who knows what Joe Jeff will have for us. It might be just a baby crying on some weird Timberland beat mix. I don't know. We out.
Peace.
Hey. Don't you wanna know what I wanna do? Every day you can read my mind. Now, let's go. Hey. Don't you wanna know what I wanna do? Every day you can read my mind. Now, let's go. Hey. Don't you wanna know what I wanna do? Every day you can read my mind. Now, let's go. Hey. Don't you wanna know what I wanna do? Every day you can read my mind. Now, let's go.